And right now we continue to follow that big breaking story we've been on all day. Out of Dartmouth, this is the scene. A deadly plane crash on 195 claims 2 lives, and tonight we know they are a well-known couple from Middletown. Thanks for being here. I'm Dan Janik.
And I'm Patrice Wood. Commuters here on 195 watched in horror as this plane burst into flames, bringing traffic to a standstill. Let's go out to NBC 10's Gene Valicenti, who's live at the scene, continuing our coverage tonight. Gene?
Yeah, hi, Dan and Patrice. Unfortunately, the rain is heavy, and so is the traffic now as the commute home begins, and it's almost a standstill. I'm on an overpass over 195 West. You can see the cars that just have 2 lanes, 2 or 3 lanes open, and to the left, as my camera zooms in on it, you can see the wreckage is still there. A lot of the fuselage is still there because airport investigators really have a lot to comb through. That could be there for a couple of days. And in the foreground, perhaps, you could see one of the cars involved in this. Now, the director can roll the video we have earlier. Video started coming in very, very early. People whipped out their cell phones, and they were taking pictures of flaming wreckage. Some of that wreckage shot right across the highway. And immediately, when the cops got here, they shut down the highway. That flaming wreckage, the stuff, the debris that shot across the highway, that's been removed. But there's a pile, just a burned out pile in the median over there. And the car is still there. That's going to be there for a while. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the 2 people who were killed. Tom Perkins is well known in building circles. If you've ever been to Newport or Jamestown or Bellevue Avenue, you see his signs. They are high-end home builders. Kirby Perkins. Well, he's the Perkins half of the partnership. He was on the plane, and his wife Agatha was also on the plane. 68 years old, 66 years old, respectively. Now, I've been calling around. Tom Perkins is not only well known in the building circles, in society circles, in Newport, Jamestown, Watch Hill, but he's also a well-known pilot. So if it was in fact Tom who was behind the controls, he has experience. He does have experience. All right, more on this couple that was killed coming up. In the meantime, let me bring in NBC 10's Gabrielle Caracciolo. You've been putting together the nuts and bolts for us, so to speak.
Yeah, Gene, we've been here all day. The highway was closed for about 6 hours. It's back open now, but state troopers say they're going to remain here overnight while they wait for federal investigators to arrive and look through all of this tomorrow.
This airplane was very low to the ground throughout its entire flight and had difficulties from the get-go.
A small plane crashes on 195 in Dartmouth during the morning commute. On board, Thomas and Agatha Perkins, a couple in their 60s from Middletown, Rhode Island, were killed. On the ground, a woman driving a silver Hyundai Sonata was hurt but is expected to be okay.
From FlightAware, we see that the airplane departed New Bedford en route to Kenosha, Wisconsin. It departed at 8:10 a.m. Eastern time this morning, and it really didn't get very far at all, which is concerning.
This is the voice of Robert Katz, a pilot and flight instructor with 43 years of experience. He's taking us through the available flight data.
Normal rate of climb in this airplane would be about 1,000 feet per minute. And we see it's only climbing at 47, then it's leveling off, descending, a very weak climb.
He says it appears the pilot tried circling back to the New Bedford airport.
That is indicative of an engine problem. Engine is not developing full power for some reason.
Investigators haven't said who was flying the small plane, but FAA records show Tom Perkins is a licensed pilot.
This is the actual airplane involved, tail number 111 Romeo Foxtrot, a Cicada TBM. This is pressurized. It has weather radar. It has de-icing boots. It has all the bells and whistles of a modern airliner. It's very sophisticated, and it's not typical for something like this to happen.
Now, state troopers are asking, as people are driving now on 195, they're asking people not to take out their phones. Don't take video of this. Just safely go past the site, because they are expecting to be here throughout the night until tomorrow when some federal investigators arrive on the scene. We don't yet know how the government shutdown is going to impact the investigation. We've already had some issues with communication staff getting those automatic emails in response saying they are not working because of the government shutdown.
All right. When they are working, it's a lengthy process. They've got to go look for every piece of metal they can, and there's still a lot of it left. All right. I want to get over to NBC 10's Temi Topa Atalaya, who's been speaking with the people who saw all of this. And as I said, as soon as they saw it, the phones went out and the wreckage was on fire. Let's go to Temi Topa. Temi Topa?
Gene, that's right. The people that I've been speaking with today tell me that it's both shocking as well as devastating. All day we've had drivers as well as people who live nearby crossing this overpass here to get a glimpse of this devastating scene here behind me. It's a moment that's been circulating all over social media since about 9 this morning. Sirens, flashing lights, debris.
It was pretty wild to see this. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. I would never expect this.
A scary sight Monday morning from a deadly small plane crash on I-195 in Dartmouth.
It was pretty intense, to the point where I realized, when I looked at the scene, I said, there's no way these people survived this.
Jennifer Jacob tells me she never imagined that her regular morning commute on 195 East to work would have ended up with her driving by this scene. Thick smoke, a crushed plane, and damaged car.
I see a car off to the side, so it looked like it had been spun around into an accident. And then I started to approach the airplane, which at first I didn't think was an airplane. And then I witnessed the state trooper across on 195 West just get there on 195 West. He takes his tank and he goes over and starts putting the flames out.
2 people in the plane died. 1 driver on the ground was injured and taken to St. Luke's Hospital.
You feel shocked and you feel saddened for people who have perished, because it was obvious somebody perished in this.
Drivers got out of their vehicles to get a glimpse of the moment, while others walked by on the Reed Road overpass.
Everything about this is just absolutely terrible. Condolences to every family out there that was involved in this situation.
That sentiment that you just heard has been shared by many people that we spoke with here today, sending condolences to everyone impacted by this devastating crash here. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to have more videos for you to see. But back to you, Gene.
All right, Temi, thanks. Temi, thanks. If you're just joining us, I'm up above 195 West. The traffic is now at a crawl, only 2 lanes open. We're learning more about this couple who were killed, husband and wife, Tom Perkins, 68, his wife, Agatha, 66. He is known as a high-end home builder, one half of the Kirby Perkins Company. You may know the signs. He was also involved with something called the Air Charity Network, would fly people free of charge who needed medical treatment, things like that. We'll piece it all together coming up in our next half hour, and then I'm back at 6 as well. Now back to you in the studio.